5 minutes till we're live.
Hi, my name's Steve, and because I knew how to do CPR when I was at Parkrun, I was able to help restart her heart, and through what you're about to learn, you too could save a life.
Morning everyone.
Good morning everyone.
My name's Ben.
We're your local air ambulance charity. We hope you never need us, but
One of the paramedics also. Morning.
Morning. Can we get a big wave from everyone out there, please?
Big wave.
It's good to see you all with your teddies. We're still good, Dave. Carry on. Perfect. So on behalf of everyone here at Air Ambulance Charity Kent, Surrey, Sussex, thank you so much for joining us today on National Restart Heart Day. We are going to show each and every single one of you how to become lifesavers and join our little army of mini lifesavers today. We've got stickers, we've got certificates for you, and we really are going to show you how to save a life.
And you may only use these skills once, but you must be ready. You must be ready to save someone's life.
Because that one moment, we want the calmest people, don't we, Stu?
Yeah,
and we
absolutely.
know the calmest people are not the adults, are they?
No, they're the children.
They're the children.
They're you guys.
So we want all of you to help us be lifesavers until the ambulance and the helicopter arrives.
So we want you to type any questions in the chat because we can't hear you.
Yeah. So, Stu, why is all this important? Why are we streaming out to literally thousands of school children today? Nearly 100 schools. Why are we showing them all CPR today?
Well, this is a good question, Ben. Okay. You need to have a chat with your teachers also to ask why this is important and let us know why you think it's important.
Perfect. So whilst you all have a little chat with your teachers for the next minute, and hopefully your teachers will type in the chat, we're going to start getting ready. We want to know why you think CPR is important. And we're going to start getting ready for our CPR, Stu. I think we need to do some stretches.
I think we need to do some stretches, and you can do some stretches as well while you're chatting.
Perfect.
Okay.
We'll await your responses.
Legs. Yeah, do your legs.
My favourite CPR stretch.
Yeah, I like this one. I like this one. Absolutely, to help people.
I can see some of them stretching, Stu, actually.
I think they're all getting ready. Good.
How are we doing? Have we got any responses, Steve? Well, to help people, someone said. I think that's the most important, isn't it?
Absolutely.
And that's what this is all about. In case the ambulance takes some time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Really important that you do these life-saving chest compressions while you're waiting for the ambulance to arrive. So important.
Definitely.
Great questions, great questions.
And someone's picked to beat someone's heart. That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. When you're doing those big chest compressions, you're pumping the blood round, pumping the oxygen round. Really important.
We've got one more question coming through, and then we will move on to the next bit. Well, yeah, someone's put to save people's lives.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's the most important thing, to save people's lives.
And did you know, Stu, where they teach CPR in other schools in the world, those children do go on to save people's lives.
And absolutely. Really, and we see those people that have had their lives saved by all sorts of people. So great work.
Right, then. Shall we get on with some life saving?
I think we should.
Perfect. Right, let's scroll down and see what we've got. So hopefully, as we're looking out, we can see everybody sitting in the screen, sitting in their classroom. They're on the floor. They've got some space around them, and I can see a lot of cuddly toys. I can see a lot of teddies.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, hopefully, or if not, you've got a school jumper rolled up. So, are you guys all ready to become lifesavers?
Can't hear you.
They're quiet, aren't they? We need a bit of volume, don't we? So let's see which school's the loudest. Are you all ready to become lifesavers? That's a bit better, wasn't it?
Yeah, one more time.
Yeah, we've got him. One more. Are you all ready to become lifesavers?
That's better.
Well,
the wind.
Yeah, right. We need one more thing, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
You've got yours. We're on it.
Yes. Good stuff.
Perfect. So we're going to show you a video, and we'll be back with you shortly.
Hi, my name's Lauren. I am one of the dispatchers for the charity. My job is to take a look at all the calls coming in across Kent, Surrey and Sussex and see which one requires an air ambulance response. So one of the things, if you do need to call 999, is to consider if there is a landline available. If there is a landline, it is best that you do call on this, as there will definitely be signal. Obviously mobile phones may have some signal issues and we may not be able to pick up your location as easily. So what I want you to do is shout out to your teacher what you think the first question that you will be asked when you call 999. So the first question is going to be, is the patient breathing? And then following that, you will be asked whether the patient is awake or conscious, which you will know because you will have already had a look and you've already learned about recognition. So if you don't know your address, who do you think you could ask? So you might want to consider going and knocking for one of your neighbours. Your neighbours may already know your address and they may also be able to help you with the person who needs help. Now when you're on the phone to the call handler at 999, they will give you the instructions to perform the CPR. They will also be looking at how close the ambulances are and they will let you know when to go and open your door to let the crew in. Once you've opened the door, don't wait for the crew, go straight back to the person who needs help and carry on with the CPR. The person on the phone will carry on giving instructions until the crew is ready to take over. Another thing they might ask is if someone's available to wave the crew down. So if you have someone else with you, maybe a sibling or a friend, they might want to stand at the door and give a wave when the crew get near, and they can come and bring the crew in to you with the person in need. Now, I want you to have a think what risks might be present for the crew when they arrive. So, pets might be something you need to think about. It might just be the case that you need to shut your dogs or cats away behind a door just so that they are out of the way of the crew and the crew can move in and get straight to work. So just a little recap. You're going to be asked if the patient is breathing and awake. You need to know your address or go and speak to a neighbour to get your address and confirm the location on the phone. You're going to need to open the door when the call taker tells you to and then go straight back to the person in need and carry on with the CPR. You might want to have someone ready to wave an ambulance down, and you may also need to put any pets away.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the video. Now, Stu, let's get on with the business stuff. Let's get on with this CPR.
Hang on a minute. We need to see who actually needs CPR.
Ah, okay. And I guess before that, we should probably check for danger, shouldn't we, number one?
Check for danger. I've never missed danger.
No. And then, what things should we be doing then? Oh, there's a danger, mate.
Hang on a minute.
There is a danger.
There is a danger. It always catches you out. You've got to be really careful before you do any CPR. You've got to make sure there's no danger.
So I guess other than snakes sneaking in, what dangers might there be out there for the school children? So let's get them with their teachers again, shall we?
Yeah. Discuss it with your teachers to see what you think could be dangerous when you're looking after someone.
So we'll put that in the chat below. We'll give you 30 seconds. We'll do the last bits of our stretches ready for CPR. Let's see what dangers you can all come up with.
More stretching.
We need to be ready.
A bit of dancing. Dancing.
Stu, it looks like we've got some stuff coming in now.
Go.
Yeah, we've got to check if it's safe to help the person. We don't want 2 casualties, do we?
No, you always got to look after yourself. If you get injured, you're not going to be very helpful for the person you're trying to look after.
Yeah, never put yourself in danger.
No.
I think that's the key thing, isn't it?
Yeah, never put yourself in danger.
So we've got a couple more things coming through. Yeah, someone's put about water.
Yeah.
So it can be dangerous.
Yeah,
If you're near a river, near
Yeah.
the sea.
Yeah, don't get in water and get yourself in difficulty. Mind traffic, definitely.
Traffic, if it's on a road.
And things above you, you know, make sure if someone's fallen, something's not going to fall on your head.
Yeah.
So look for all sorts of dangers, including snakes.
We'll do the last couple, and someone's put a really good point. You might need to get some adults to help you here.
Absolutely, yeah. Big shout when you're looking after someone. Shout out, I need help, as loud as you can.
Cool. So we take the last one, and someone's wrote sharp objects. Really good thing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
You don't know what they've fallen on or what's around them or what might have been happening at the time.
Yeah, don't touch anything sharp.
Perfect. So number one was looking for danger, wasn't it?
Yeah, number one, definitely looking for danger.
So second thing is to recognise.
Yeah, we need to recognise that they need us to do CPR. So first, let's roll them on their back. Let's roll the patient on their back, and that can be quite difficult, but I'm sure you will be able to do that. Okay. And then you shake their shoulders and shout loud.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
What if they don't respond, Stu? What if I can't wake them up?
Then you start thinking about, should I be doing chest compressions? But also you should then call 999.
Okay. So if they're not breathing, what would be the next thing I do?
If they're not breathing or they're doing noisy breathing or snoring, then you start doing CPR.
Got it. Okay, so not breathing noisy or snoring,
Yeah.
call 999, and we might have to do some CPR.
Absolutely.
Should we go to one of our experts to talk about 999 calls?
Yes, absolutely. Let's listen to one of our experts.
Let's go to Lauren, one of our dispatchers.
Hi, my name's Lauren. I am one of the dispatchers for the charity. My job is to take a look at all the calls coming in across Kent, Surrey and Sussex and see which one requires an air ambulance response. So one of the things, if you do need to call 999, is to consider if there is a landline available. If there is a landline, it's best that you do call on this, as there will definitely be signal. Obviously mobile phones may have some signal issues and we may not be able to pick up your location as easily. So what I want you to do is shout out to your teacher what you think the first question that you will be asked when you call 999. So the first question is going to be, is the patient breathing? And then following that, you will be asked whether the patient is awake or conscious, which you will know because you will have already had a look and you've already learned about recognition. So, if you don't know your address, who do you think you could ask? So you might want to consider going and knocking for one of your neighbours. Your neighbours may already know your address and they may also be able to help you with the person who needs help. Now when you're on the phone to the call handler at 999, they will give you the instructions to perform the CPR. They will also be looking at how close the ambulances are, and they will let you know when to go and open your door to let the crew in. Once you've opened the door, don't wait for the crew, go straight back to the person who needs help and carry on with the CPR. The person on the phone will carry on giving instructions until the crew is ready to take over. Another thing they might ask is if someone's available to wave the crew down. So if you have someone else with you, maybe a sibling or a friend, they might want to stand at the door and give a wave when the crew get near, and they can come and bring the crew in to you with the person in need. Now, I want you to have a think what risks might be present for the crew when they arrive. So, pets might be something you need to think about. It might just be the case that you need to shut your dogs or cats away behind a door just so that they are out the way of the crew and the crew can move in and get straight to work. So just a little recap. You're going to be asked if the patient is breathing and awake. You need to know your address or go and speak to a neighbour to get your address and confirm the location on the phone. You're going to need to open the door when the call taker tells you to, and then go straight back to the person in need and carry on with the CPR. You might want to have someone ready to wave an ambulance down, and you may also need to put any pets away.
Very good. It sounds like you might have seen Lauren for a second time, but like I say, we can't overstate the importance of calling 999, can we, Stu?
Really, really important. You need to get help and dial 999.
So fourth thing that's most important, and that's starting CPR, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, absolutely. But I just need to put my lip balm on because we're going to do a bit of mouth to mouth, aren't we?
No, don't be ridiculous, mate. We're not doing mouth to mouth. This is CPR. We don't have to kiss people.
Oh, sorry.
No.
Trying to help.
No.
Okay.
Let's get the teachers on board. Let's
Right.
get the teddies out and let's do some chest compressions and save lives.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff.
Ready. Perfect. Right, so teachers, children, let's get some space on the floor. Teddy in front of you. Let's get going. So, step one,
Step one.
kneel beside your teddy.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Right in the middle.
Next thing, straight arms.
Straight arms.
Let's see everyone's straight arms out there. Stick them out in front of you. Perfect. We've got nice straight arms out
We
there.
have got straight arms.
Lovely. And then we need this bit of your hand in the centre of the chest. So keep your arms straight and we're going in the centre of the chest. Now, Stu, you need to lean over your teddy.
I'm leaning.
What I don't want is anyone flexing the gums from the side. That's not what we're here for.
Okay.
Leaning over and compressing. And you're going to press in the middle of the chest.
Yes.
Lovely. So you're going to press down with me, Stu. Lovely. And when I do CPR, I like to sing.
I like to sing.
Lovely. Well, my favourite CPR song is Nelly the Elephant.
Nelly the Elephant.
Do you know it?
No.
Well, let's treat them.
Should we?
I haven't warmed up my singing voice, but I reckon we can do it.
I think we could do a really good duet. Okay?
Right. 3, 2, 1.
Nelly the elephant packed her trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she went with a trumpety trump, 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 trump.
Cool. Do you reckon the kids can do it?
I reckon the kids could be all over it.
All right, let's get them doing the CPR, and hopefully you all know Nelly the Elephant. Should we sing for them one more time?
Yeah,
just
I
to
think
help?
we've got to do it. I really like that.
All right,
I feel like Stardom's picking it.
All right,
Okay.
So 3, 2, 1.
Nelly the elephant packed her trunk and said goodbye to the circus. Off she went with a trumpety trump, 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 trump.
Smashing it. And honestly, I can see them all out there. They are mini
You hear
lifesavers
it?
in the
Yeah.
making.
Well done.
That is pretty good. We'll
Good
give you all a big
skills,
round of
good
applause
skills.
out there.
Well done. Well done.
Well, Stu, I'm going to be honest. I wasn't going to do this last bit, but they've been so good.
Yeah.
Should we show them about defibrillation?
Yeah. Let's.
I didn't think they'd get this, but they've smashed it. Absolutely smashed it.
No.
So let's show them a bit of defibrillation.
So Ben, do you want to talk to the children the importance of defibrillation?
Well, this is the thing that shocks the heart, isn't it, Stu?
Yeah, it is. This is a defib. Okay.
And that's the thing that gives the electric shock.
Absolutely.
Perfect. So, could I harm anybody by using this?
No, not at all. And they're really easy to use.
Right. So where would I find it?
When you dial 999, the dispatcher, the person on the end of the phone, will tell you where your local defib is.
Wow. And actually, I was speaking to some of the teachers before this session, and actually some of the schools already have a defib in the school.
Really? Wow, that's really good.
All right, shall we show these kids how it's all done?
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really simple. You just turn it on, and the machine will tell you what to do.
Call emergency medical services now.
Well, Lauren's told us about that.
Ambulance mode.
Okay, so you call 999,
Follow the voice prompt calmly.
and you follow what the machine tells you to do.
Remove all clothing from chest and stomach.
That's the
Rip
patient, not
clothing
your
if
clothing.
necessary. Take out the pads from the bottom of the device. Tear open the pads packaging.
We've already done that.
Look closely at the picture on each pad. Peel off the pad labelled 1 and stick to the bare skin of the patient, exactly as shown in the picture. Peel off the pad labelled 2 and stick to the bare skin of the patient. Do not touch the patient. Analysing heart rhythm. Shock advised. Stand clear.
Got to stand back.
Press the flashing orange button now. Shock delivered.
And it's as simple as that, Stu.
It's as simple as that.
Begin CPR now.
And it tells me to do
Press
CPR.
the flashing blue I button. First.
Wow. Perfect. Simple as that, Stu.
Simple as that. Nice and easy. Even I can do it.
System shutting down.
Perfect. Well, shall we do a quick run through from start to finish?
Absolutely.
Just to put it all together for the children.
Yeah, absolutely.
And hopefully what we'll do is we'll get you to join along at home. So I need a teddy back, if possible, please. Lovely. So let's hit it from the top. Step one. What was step one? We had to check for something.
Check for danger.
Danger. Perfect. So having a look around for danger, all the things that people talked about, things like snakes. Well, they didn't talk about snakes, did they? Traffic,
water, things that can fall, sharp objects, all of the things that may hurt you.
Perfect.
You've got to look after yourself first.
So we check for danger, number one. Step number two, we need to recognise.
Yeah. So we need to recognise whether the patient needs chest compressions. So we had to roll them on the back, and even if they had noisy breathing or funny breathing, we still felt with the need to do chest compressions because they're not responding properly.
And hopefully all the children are doing this as we go along as well, Stu.
Absolutely.
So they're giving their teddies a shake now. Okay, perfect. We've done number two, they've given them a shake. What's number three?
Number three
I hope no one's jumping ahead. It looks like some of them are, they know it already.
And number three was...
We've got a phone, haven't we? We've
Absolutely,
got to call 999.
999.
999 and get the ambulance service on the way.
Yeah.
Lauren's told them all about that. So
Yeah,
step number four, our patient's not breathing. We phone 999. What do we need to do?
We now need to do chest compressions.
Chest compressions. I can see some of them already compressing the heart.
Amazing.
Doing their chest compressions straight in front of us.
And don't forget, we need to sing that song, Nelly the Elephant.
Perfect. Let's not put them through it.
No, we won't do that anymore. No.
And if there's one available, what's step number five, Stu?
Step number 5 is the D. Get the defib.
Awesome work. I'm just seeing them in front of us, Stu. We've got literally thousands of lifesavers out there all doing it in front of us.
So proud of you all. Well done. Great work.
Perfect. And now we're going to show you a video from Steve, who's the son of one of our former patients, just showing us how he saved a life as well.
Hi everyone, my name's Steve, and I'm so glad that I knew how to perform CPR. When my father collapsed after walking his dog, my mum found him within only a few minutes and managed to call 999. Luckily enough, I only live a few doors down and managed to be there pretty quickly. When I saw my father unconscious and not breathing, I knew that I had to perform CPR. I managed to perform it and keep him alive until the crew from KSS arrived. Anyone can give CPR, it doesn't matter whether you're young, you're old, you're not going to hurt them and you're not going to make that situation any worse. You have the chance to save a life, so don't be scared or worried about doing CPR. KSS cared for my dad and he's made a great recovery, but if I had not been there, things could have turned out very differently. Just remember what you have learned about CPR today and the difference that you could make. You just never know when you might need it. So why not encourage others to learn about CPR? It's something that anyone can do. One day you might find yourself in the same situation as me with your loved one or your friend, and you have those skills to make a difference. Thank you for your support and spending time with KSS today.
Perfect. Thank you very much for joining us. A real army of lifesavers.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
So
really proud.
We've got about 5 minutes left, and what we want is to see if any of you have some questions for us out there. So with your teachers, if you can type some questions in the chat, and we'll do our best to try and get through some of them. If we get too many, what we'll do is we'll reply by email. But actually, there's a couple already coming in, Stu. I've got. So the first question was, what if I hurt someone when I'm doing CPR?
You won't hurt anybody. You have to push really hard, but you're not going to hurt anybody. So, it takes a lot of pressure to push on the chest, but you're not going to hurt anybody.
And people who need CPR, it doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't matter.
The most important thing is doing CPR. Cool. What else have we got? How long do I do CPR for?
You just keep going until the ambulance arrives. You don't stop.
And what if they get tired? What else could people do? Is it if there's anyone else in the house?
Yeah, you can swap over when you get tired. Get someone else to help you. Ideally, every 2 minutes, if you can time it. But yeah, when you get tired, swap over. But keep going.
Any others that you can pick out that we've not covered? How hard do we have to press down?
Really, really hard.
Yeah.
Put all your weight on the chest, and as I say, you won't hurt anybody and you won't do any damage to anybody.
And someone's put about breaking ribs or hurting people. We know that sadly happens, don't we, sometimes?
Yeah.
But like you said, the most important thing is that we press, and keep that blood pumping.
Sometimes you do break ribs, but that's absolutely fine.
We've got, do you like flying in the helicopters? It's the best job ever, isn't it?
Of course.
Yeah, definitely.
We do like flying in helicopters.
And what would happen if you pressed too hard? I think actually, I've never been in a situation where people have been pressing too hard.
No.
No, I think I don't think you can press too hard. Some of the stuff talks about a third of the depth of the body, doesn't it? But I think as children, you press as hard as you can.
Yeah, press as hard, and everybody should press as hard as they can.
Lots of questions coming now. If the person wakes up, do we stop? Well, they've saved a life, haven't they?
You've saved a life, and if they try to push you off, then you can stop. But if they don't push you off, keep going.
Yeah. What if we need to do it on a baby or a child? So someone's made a really good point, isn't it? And that sadly does happen as well.
Yeah.
Essentially, you do exactly what we've taught you today, don't we?
Exactly the same. You might just use one hand if it's a small chest because you can't get two hands on the chest.
Yeah. So an adult doing it on a child would use one hand.
Yeah.
But actually, a child on a child would probably use two hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
Will the ambulance crew find you in the middle of a forest?
Yes.
Always.
Always. We always find you.
We're very good at hunting people down.
Yeah, we're very clever.
Got people like Lauren in the control room.
Yeah.
Who will always help hunt people. So we have someone's put what 3 words.
Yeah.
Which is a special app that we use on people's phones, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great app, and that tells you exactly where we are. So even if we're in the middle of a forest, we can still be found.
It's difficult to find people in a forest in the helicopter, though, isn't it?
Yes, that is slightly occasionally a problem.
Perfect. Last couple of questions. Lots flying in. So, what does CPR stand for? Cardiopulmonary resuscitation, isn't it?
I'm glad you said that.
Perfect. Good job I did my research. We've got 1 minute left, so we'll do the last few questions, and if we get any more, we'll reply via email. Should we help everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, that's our ethos, isn't it? We help
everybody.
Regardless of their background or anything else that's going on.
We always help everybody.
How many compressions do you need to do? So we talk about 100 a minute, don't we? 100 to 120 a minute, but you're going to keep doing chest compressions until help arrives.
And if you sing that song, Nelly the Elephant, that's about 100 a minute.
Cool. Right, we'll do the last 2 questions and then we're going to go. So do you work on the coast and the sea as well?
I certainly work by the coast, and some of the patients do CPR, people that have drowned, and again, really, really important. Okay.
And the Coast Guard do
the
patients who are on boats, don't they? So they do right up to the edge of the water. Right, final 2 questions before anyone types anything else. What are the chances of surviving the CPR?
So 10% of people that have an out-hospital cardiac arrest survive CPR, which seems quite low, but that's a good number. We want to make it higher.
And we know in schools elsewhere in the world where it's taught, their survival's over double what we achieve. So actually, it's down to the community lifesavers, isn't it?
Absolutely.
To improve the chances of surviving CPR. And our very, very final question, we'll reply to any others via email that we haven't got to, but how does it actually work? What are we trying to do when we're pressing that chest?
So we are pushing the blood around the body. As we push down, the blood gets pushed around the body, and the blood holds oxygen, and that supplies your brain with oxygen, and your heart and all your other organs, and that's what keeps you alive.
So our mini lifesavers are literally beating people's hearts.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Well, we've got still a couple of questions coming in, but we're going to have to get back to them via email. So I guess the final thing is just to say thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for becoming mini lifesavers and helping us save even more lives.
Great work, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.